Drop that shit for these fuck niggas. Off the top going in. Ain't letting up. Seeing me. Cause you ever cut. Army doesn't sit no clicks. Get all your record cut. These little hawks straight out the middle. Just like my mama does. Never stacks with the facts. The only real contender. I only see competition. When I look in the mirror. Self-rap niggas move. I'm about to set the tables. It's dinner time. I'm always ready, willing, and able. Stepping up in the booth. I got my apron on. I'm popping flavorful garbage rights. And some Jordans on. You niggas crossing the coast. I'm about to figure for my over, inner, and extra stand. Cause I'm a knowledge born. On the iron god body. No love for the god. Go off the scene, spin the box, and combine the squad. I'm really joking. I'm really just a people, man. This world is deceitful, transparent. I see through the scams. When I was still in the cold, I could see through the bread. They bullet holes, so busy in your breath. You can see through your man. They wrong, so see through your plans. In the land of jealous, that's what the facts of real contenders. Y'all just pretenders, man. I bet shit fall back before I put a spark through the ball. Sign off, 40 bars, talk to it. In your name, 40 bars, I got the talk. Shit, what police get away from me, I am not with that shit. I pull up with your business, put them in that clip. Jenny in the shit, nah, words, you can lose. 40 pieces of people, that rest of the album. That's how we do. That's how we do. DNA, baby, DNA. Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but night. Victory has defeated you. Gotta know your next move when you speak to the boss. Gotta respect the dance when you speak on the list. Everybody wanna taste of the skin and stuff. The stacks got the faction up, pretty like the force. Gotta know your next move when you speak to the boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on the list. Everybody wanna taste of the skin and stuff. The stacks got the faction up, here like the force. I used to be stacks with the packs, now I'm stacks with the facts. Now I drop knowledge, used to cook straight, drop crack. E&E, coronavirus could take over. CW, elite, Virgil, the wait's over, right? Don't be addicted to the limelight. Mediocre bars, knowing that y'all don't rhyme right. You fake dope niggas need to get your mind right. Stupid ass niggas, y'all bringing guns to a mind fight. Now let me slow it down so I can talk to you. I'm never letting up. If that's your thought, screw you. I hypnotize the track like a nigga practice voodoo. Voice of God, crimson mist, tutus and hootus. The rap game is in the abyss, I can easily swim through. I'm like the Gordon Fisherman and rappers is seafood. Grand champion, this bitch, you should call me your seafood. Make sure my energy is up to the devil's deceitful. And everything that we see and say ain't nothing but a dream inside of another dream. And everything that we see and say ain't nothing but a dream inside of another dream. Status on your next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dance when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste of the skin, so the stacks got the faction up, clear up the force. Gotta know your next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste of the skin, so the stacks got the faction up, clear up the force. Throw them all on the boat, start shipping them off. E&E, nicotine, tipping them off. And find them in the best game, start clipping them off. Let stacks hold them up, or finish them off. Like so no shit, man, I'm sick by the talk. It's the ocean six that logical form. They feeling everything like a British assault. And they sick of these kids, be the illest of balls. Always hating cats is fraud, filled with jealousy. Another being murdered, they charging me with assassin. Look, got the ingredients in the recipe. I'm still smoking on hydrotherapy. Literally, still getting paper with the printer off. Girls still don't got no work, that's a winner call. So fuck y'all, get a permanent flip call. Don't speak to me for less than 250, that's a real call. And next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dance when you speak with a law. Everybody wanna taste of this easy sauce. The stacks have the fact you don't put it up and boss. Gotta know your next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak with a law. Everybody wanna taste of this easy sauce. The stacks have the fact you don't put it up and boss. I spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams. I assume you dream. I assume y'all dream out there, man. Yeah. What up? It's the man about time, Virgil, aka Stacks with the facts. And y'all know y'all tuned in to another episode of Realtalk podcast. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all know it's Saturday night. We here, man. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with everybody? How y'all doing? What's good? How y'all feeling today, man? It's a beautiful afternoon today. You know? Beautiful Saturday afternoon. You know what I'm talking about? And it's going to be an even beautiful evening. Tonight, my brother, Bird, who was supposed to be on the show last Saturday, and he will be on the show next Saturday. He got a show tonight. So that's why I'm having the show right now, because I'm going to go show my brother some support. I'm going to go tap in and walk with him. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all make sure y'all show y'all's homies that's doing a career and whatever they're pursuing, rap, music, comedy. If they're taking it serious and having some success with it, you should definitely be supporting them. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a firm advocate and supporting, independent talent. I'm an independent talent myself, so I can definitely dig it. All right? I'm about to run and go get this lighter real quick, man. Y'all can listen to this track real quick while I go run and grab the lighter out the other room. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dope, now you know. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dope, now you know. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know, nigga. Focusing on my next move, premeditated. This gon' be the anthem where real niggas get celebrated. E&E to the death, nigga, we dedicated. Gas on a regular basis, heavily medicated. I'm blessed to guarantee niggas know I'm their fucking favorite. E&E for life, don't give a fuck if you niggas hate it. I'm blowing back with stacks, feel like we really made it. Crazy shit as we been lit, congratulated. You see, I get it, over, enter, and understand it. My niggas great, we really come highly recommended. Cut them at the legs for fuck niggas who can't stand it. Next year gon' be even worse, they gon' be devastated. You niggas goofies, while we bubble like a jacuzzi. The camera's out, my niggas shooting the fucking movie. The way I spit, coexist with bullets leaving Uzis. Mayweather the shoulder roll, I'm feeling groovy. Swag it out just a bit, do it like Lil Uzi. Or take the calm approach and start smacking koofies. Glitch nigga, I told these niggas I'm fire flame. Stack, you better tell these niggas it ain't a fucking game. Used to want that off-white Benz until I saw the range. Dead shot, but I'm hitting niggas from close range. I'm in the clouds a lot. You already know, man, that's my brother Glitch the Guarantee right there. That's off of my album, The Real Contender. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Brownie, what's good with you, baby? What's going on with you, man? You feel me? Y'all see it scrolling across the bottom, man. Y'all could go to that link right there. Y'all could definitely download my album. You know what I'm talking about? As soon as that Piff stop acting crazy. I don't know if it's my computer or if I don't know if it's something wrong with that Piff, but that Piff be acting crazy every now and again. Right? But if y'all want to get that song, you know what I'm saying, y'all could go to that link right there, scroll across the bottom of the page. You did. But yeah, though, man, I've been getting a lot of emails lately from people, you know what I'm talking about? A lot of subscribers, you know what I'm saying, asking me, you know what I'm saying, to, start telling stories about when I was in the joint, you know what I'm saying, telling stories about, you know what I'm saying, my life when I was in the streets and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Y'all don't really hear me, talking about that too much for a lot of reasons, you know what I'm saying? One of the major reasons being is that
You know, that life is behind me. You know what I'm saying? It's not a part of my lifestyle right now. And like I always say, I don't ever want to give off the perception, right, that I'm somehow glorifying. Yeah, it's story time. You know, it's story time. I don't want to ever seem, right, like I'm glorifying being in the streets, like I'm venerating, exalting, you know what I'm saying, edifying. You understand what I'm saying? The way I used to live and stuff, things I used to do when I was out here in these streets, 10 toes down. You heard? My life is so opposite of all of that right now. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see no point in talking about it. But if I do see the point in talking about it from the aspect of putting somebody up on game, sharing aspects of my life with y'all with the thought in mind that some young brother, some young chick is listening to this, or just maybe somebody who's maybe, endeavoring to live a life of criminality and carnality in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Maybe after listening to my stories and my situations, which we're going to be doing from this Saturday on out, unless I get a special guest on Saturday or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, maybe y'all listen to my stories from my life, my experiences, and that influence you to do something different. You know what I'm saying? So, you like story time, Brownie? Huh? Yeah, man, we gotta do this every now and again, y'all. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta let y'all know the intricate details of our lives sometimes, man. This is what you call integrity. You hear me now? I'm gonna have my homie, who's my nigga Court, who y'all done seen on the show plenty of times before. I'm gonna have Court chime in. I'm about to text him right now. I'm gonna have Court chime in because my brother Court, XL Pro, what it do? My brother Court, right? He was my co-D on this case. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I said it in my song, if y'all paid attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play the song when Court come on. I said it in the song on my album I got called Outro. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I got flicks from Rayman through the prison mail. That nigga one of the realest because he didn't tell. You feel me? Hold on, I'm texting Court right now, letting him know that we live because he said he wanted to come on in. He wanted to come on in. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to come on in because he's an intricate part to this story because, he was there. You know what I mean? He was there. So it's like he's an intricate part to the story. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing tonight, man? Brownie, how you doing tonight, baby? XL Pro, how you doing, brother? You know what I'm talking about? This link is for my nigga Court when he come in. You know what I'm talking about? Now, upon us telling this story, right? If you feel like you want to come in and ask me some questions, you're more than welcome to do that. You know what I'm talking about? More than welcome to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all, I'm an open book, y'all. You hear me? Y'all can literally ask me anything. You feel me? Nothing is off limits. I have nothing to hide. I'm an open book. And listen, I'm gonna get emails, man. I don't know, it's how people watching and people listening. You feel me? But I'm nobody and I'm somebody. I'm everybody and I'm nobody. Right? I say that to say that, listen here, right? Anytime, right, y'all feel like y'all want to know something about me, if you feel like you want to know something, you watch my content, you hear me on my brother Red's platform, because that's my homie for real. You hear me chopping up with my brother Mr. O or my brother Uncle Diggity. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all ever tap in and walk with me over here, listen in. Glitch to guarantee what's good. If y'all ever listening in, Glitch, I want you to come up here too in a second too, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that link. If y'all ever have anything concerning your guy, Virgil Berry, right? If anytime throughout my YouTube career, no matter how much it takes off, how far it takes off, where it goes, no matter how popping I get and we get over here at Realtalk, I want y'all to know one thing. I'm always going to be personable, and I'm always going to be somebody who you can get in contact with, and I'm not going to be beyond reproach. You hear me? So I say all that to say that anything you want to know about me, come to the source, right? Unless you talk to my mama or my daddy, I would say my sister to an extent. I would say my brother, but he's no longer with us, rest in the essence. But if y'all want to know something about me, come to me, the source. That's the best bet for you to do. Nobody really knows me for real. So can't nobody really tell you anything about me. And as far as my criminal history, if y'all really want to find anything concerning my criminal history out, it's real easy. All you gotta do is just go to Franklin County Clerk of Courts. You feel me? Go to Franklin County Clerk of Courts in Franklin County, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, and you can literally get all the dockets to all my motions of discovery to every case I've ever had. Right? That stuff is public information, y'all. Right? And y'all can access that if y'all really want to, as far as my criminal history goes. Right? I remember I told y'all I did a whole show doxing myself. Right? So, you know, I ain't really too much worried about none of these fuck niggas or these silly ass bras on YouTube doxing me. Right? If there ever comes a situation where somebody may be tempted to do so, there's nothing about me that y'all can't or won't find out or can't find out from me. I'm the best source to come to when it comes to things about me. You want to know about my criminal history? You should come talk to me. You want to know about my history growing up as a child? You should come talk to me. I'm the best person to talk to concerning me. You know what I'm talking about, man? My man Court in the building. I got the link right there next to my name. You know what I'm saying? Court, I want you to come up in about 15, 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to set the pace and set the tone. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to get into no long, drawn-out backstory because that's other topics for other days. But with this specific situation, now, mind y'all, I got bagged numerous times. Not bragging about it. I've been at the joint 3 times. I got 3 numbers. So I've been arrested numerous times, y'all. This specific time we're talking about is the night that I got arrested. That was the catalyst to where I'm at now, where led up to me doing the 6.5 years, right? You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, let me send this text out real quick, y'all. Yeah, man, you know what I'm talking about? And, so I ain't gonna get into no backstory. But this particular night, right? Now, I ain't gonna sit up here and perp, y'all. You hear me? I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Now, Court might say something different, but I'm gonna tell y'all from my perspective. I wasn't expecting this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't have a funny feeling throughout the day. It wasn't like I had like a omen type feeling, or it wasn't like it was something pulling on me or leaning on me that whole day. It just was a regular day, right? Regular ass day, right? And I had just but this is something that is ill about this night, though. You know what I'm saying? I was down to like my last like 3.5, 4 ounces, right? Now, mind you, I had just got to the crib because I came from the spot, the trap, and I had just cooked them 4 zips up because I was supposed to be selling them, you know what I'm saying, to my mans and them coming from out of town the next day, right? Now, I had an apartment, and these apartments, they're not like low-key apartments, but for a nigga like me at the time, it was low-key because nobody knew I lived out there. You know what I'm saying? Except for Court and my daughter's mother. You hear me? My sister didn't even know I had their crib. You hear me? And Adrian, normally, matter of fact, I'm gonna set the tone for y'all, right? You feel me? You feel me? I'm gonna set the tone for y'all, right? You hear me? I'm gonna set the tone for you niggas, right? And you know what I mean? Normally, because you know what I'm saying, any moves I made when I was in the streets, I used to always keep my sister involved, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She used to hold my money for me. I used to keep use her crib as a stash spot. You know what I'm saying? She used to put stuff, get rentals for us and stuff and all that type of stuff. So if I was ever going to get like a crib or anything, I would always have my sister with a spare key just in case I need her to go over there and do something like that. You understand what I'm saying? And, but this crib right here, I didn't let anybody know about. I said my sister didn't even know about this crib. Only people who knew about this crib, Court, was you, you. I'm talking about as far as it came over frequently. You know what I'm saying? It was you, my daughter's mom, and a couple of my people. That's it. I didn't even let the homies know where the crib was at. Oh, and Nino. Of course, Nino. Right? I'm gonna have my nigga Nino come on the show. We just gonna chop it up, man. That's my dude, it's my brother. You feel me? But this night, it was a good day. I'm talking about it was slap. I remember one thing I remember about this day, Court, it was slapping. You know what I'm saying? The night, well, not saying the night before I got arrested, I had just read up, right? Just read up. You hear me? fresh 9-pack. You know what I'm talking about? All fresh G-pack. Anybody who in the streets who know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. I just copped a G-pack from one of my dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because at around this time, this was like around the time when it was just like not really scarce on the work, but you know, niggas was selling a lot of fleece. So I wasn't in the habit of buying a lot of work from a nigga at one time because I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, risk blowing a large amount of money on some bullshit. So what I would do is just to stay on the safe side. When I fuck with one of my peoples, I just would cop like a 9 at a time. You know what I'm saying? In my wrist hand, you understand what I'm saying? My wrist game was so raw, you know what I'm saying? I'm turning that 9 into at least 14, 15. You hear me? Oh, yeah, straight like that. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, that day it was popping. That day was good. You know, it was slapping. Like I said, I got rid of most of that shit, man. Like I said, by the time of the end of the next night, when me and Court linked up, and when I got arrested, when the police, you know, saying the vice hit my crib, you know, what I'm saying I was down to only 4 ounces. You feel me? And when I had cooked it up, it was only like what 2.5 ounces left. So I was down to like 2.5 ounces. You hear me? Walk with me, y'all. Smash that like button. Right? So I just took the last little 2.5 ounces I had. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody really calling me for no soft, right? For none of that sizzle. So I said, fuck, I'm just about to chef all this shit up because my people from out of town be coming through. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I got my homies together. Plus, you know, I got a whole bunch of my other people. I got my little homies at the trap. You know what I'm saying? They running through. They got the trap. They got the rock spot slapping. You understand me, man? You know, talk about my nigga. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have D Money come on the show too. You know what I'm saying? My nigga D Money, the niggas had the traps bunking. You hear me? Had the trap slapping over there on Loretta. You did. Had the crib slapping. So you know what I'm saying? It was a good day for me, man. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And if you remember, Court, when I had called you the night that when we got back, right? You remember, man, I was like, man, shit, this been slapping, my nigga. Like, I was ready to go celebrate. I'm like, man, I feel so good. I was like, shit, man, that's the whole point of me and Court getting up with each other, right? Because if my memory served me correct, Court, we supposed to be linking up and we supposed to be going to Mitch's. But, right, we have to meet up with the homie Rick. You feel me? Ush him some piff. And I think you had another swerve for the piff. somewhere up north, and we was going to go do that and then go to Mitch's. Because that's exactly what it is, too. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? I link up with Court, you know what I'm saying? And we go fuck with Rick, you know what I'm saying? Court come out to my crib. I think you was still staying out south at this time, right, Court? And, you know what I'm talking about? You feel me? We just at the crib chilling, you know what I'm saying? We go hop in the Court car with Court, hop in the whip with Court. And I remember we went up the way, we went to go meet Rick at the Sunoco. You feel me? We went to go meet Rick at the Sunoco. You know what I'm talking about? And after that, we came back to the crib. You feel me? Now, let me put some things in the context real quick, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, I told y'all I had these 4 zips, right? You know what I'm talking about? Now, normally what I do, y'all, is this, and I'm glad that I did at least what I did when it comes to the bread. All that money that I had made, right, from that 9, you know, so I told you when it comes to that 9, like I said, my wrist game was so crucial, and I actually had a good plug on some good food, you know what I'm talking about? So when I take that 9, like I said, I'm turning that 9 into like at least 14. You feel me? Yeah, straight like that. So you know what I'm saying? What I do is I have this TV, right? I had the TV that I used to have in my daughter's room. You know what I'm talking about? My daughter was a baby at this time, y'all. Jen was like what, 5, 6 months at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like Jen was a baby at the time. But in her room, I had a TV that I had bought for her. You know how you get the little cartoony like TVs for your babies and stuff. And when I had got the TV, I had dropped it, but what I had noticed is when I dropped it that it opens a little bit, but it comes right back together, but it opens, and then you couldn't tell that it did that. So when I seen that, I think all instant, I said that's a stash spot, right? So what I would do is I would put my money and my work inside of that TV. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, and I'm gonna get back to that here in a second. You know what I'm talking about? This is what I'm saying, the innovative thinking. I just wasn't thinking all the way because I wasn't expecting this to happen. Now, you know what I'm saying? Court come to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying? We go holler at Rick at the Sunoco, you know what I'm saying, over here on goddamn off of goddamn North Broadway. You understand what I'm saying? We go hop on the freeway. I was staying in Kings Hill Court Apartments at the time, so so we hop straight on the freeway. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Sunoco, meet up with Rick, boom, boom, shoot back to the crib, right? Now, we come back to the crib, right? You know what I'm talking about? And we go in the crib, you know what I'm saying? Chilling, you know what I mean? Go in the crib, we roll up, you know what I'm saying? We just were coming back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? Just to, go. I'm saying that's what we left because we was about to go. I think Swerve one of your people's Court, man, that one of the one of them wigglies. You feel me? I think that's the reason why my nigga Court had to pick. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, Court. Matter of fact, Court, man, go ahead and hit that link, man. If you still in here, Court, go ahead and hit that link, tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we out the crib and we was going to go Swerve, Court's peoples, right? Swerve on the pig. You know what I'm talking about? Then we're going to head to Mitch's. Now, this is all in the vicinity of my crib. I live in Kings Hill Court Apartments. Mitch's is literally like right down the street. And where we was going was, I think, Court somewhere up there by Beechcroft High School or somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying? But we were supposed to go hit that thing and then we'll be on our way to Mitch's. Mitch's with the bitches. You hear me? Yeah. Hey, if you from the city and you tapping in, you know what I'm saying, they don't know nothing about Mitch's with the bitches. Mitch's used to be the spot. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Mitch's used to be the spot. You dig? But this is where things turn sour right here, right? You said you almost to your computer? All right, no doubt, man. Take your time, Court. Take your time, man. Right now, we in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Court sitting at the table, rolling up. You know what I'm talking about? And you know what I'm saying? My phone going crazy. I told y'all it was slapping that day, right? Slapping. You know what I mean? And my phone was going crazy. You know what I'm talking about? And I just remember sitting there like, damn, let's go and hammer. I'm like, man, you know what? Man, it's a wrap for the night. It was like 10 o'clock at night, something like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I'm done for the night, man. Me and my nigga Court, man, we feeling good, man. I just sitting here and made a stupid, dumb flip. You know what I'm talking about? I'm feeling good. Like, man, we gotta go get some drinks, man. Kick it. You know what I'm saying? No telling what me and Court was going to end up getting into that night. You know what I'm talking about? But my nigga, whatever, man. What's good with you, family? And we sitting there at the crib and we like, man, so we about to leave. You feel me? Now, mind you, right? Mind you, my daughter and my daughter's mother is in the crib at this time. Right? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm going up there telling her, like, me and Court about to bang out. You feel me? So we go ahead and bang out. Now, mind you, right? Mind you, remember I told y'all about the TV, right? Okay, so I went upstairs. I always do this all the time. Whenever I had a large lump sum of money, I would automatically take my money and put it in that TV because the TV was my stash spot. You know what I'm saying? And the TV was so cartoony and inconspicuous. Even if somebody was to break in that crib, the last thing they would have thought is to steal the goddamn Barbie TV. You hear me? They wouldn't think about that. You know what I'm saying? That'd been the last thing you'd have been looking at is the Barbie TV. What you would have knew though was that it was some bands in that bitch. You hear me? Bands and food and work. You know what I'm talking about? So I used to keep my work and my money inside of there. But this night I just put my money in there, right? But I didn't put the work in there. I left the work right there in the cabinet. Oh my God, to this day, I'll be thinking about that shit, man. Anyway, so this is how I know everything was meant. Everything happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I leave the work in the cabinet. You know what I'm talking about? Now, for my cabinet that I had right here was my cabinet. My daughter's mom, we was together at the time. She know not to even look in this cabinet unless I tell her to. So I didn't have to ever think about, you know what I'm saying, her going in there or anybody going in there. She didn't have people come over to the crib, and even if she did have a few friends that came over, they never would just be roaming through our crib. You know what I'm talking about? So it was my cabinet. Nobody ever looked in it unless I told her to do it. I say that to say that, the reason why I left it in the cabinet because it was my cabinet. Normally, I put it up, though, but I didn't this night. And if you remember Court, man, I was just like, if you remember Court, I was like, man, I'm going to just leave it there, man. You feel me? So I was like, nah, I should go bag it up, put it in the TV. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying? We good. Because I was like, we was going to go to Mitch's. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I'm end up coming right back and it's cool. You know, talking about like I said, the apartments where I was staying at, don't get me wrong, they ain't like no super affluent, high falutin apartments, but that was low key for me because nobody, like I said, nobody knew I lived out there. So I was low key. You know what I'm saying? It was ducked off for me for real. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew I lived there. But so I left the work right there in the cabinet. I went and put large lump sum amount of money I had. If I remember correctly, I want to say it was about 14 bands. About 14,000, if I remember correctly. Right? That I had in my TV. But I had these 4 zips, 3 zips and some change, like a little like a little under an ounce, almost 4 ounces, right? You hear me? And and like I say, y'all, normally I would bag that shit up, put that shit in the bag, put that shit in my goddamn TV, and that shit would have been slick, right? But I didn't do that this night, though. You feel me? Now that I think about it in retrospect, that was the indicator for me that something went right there because I just went totally against what I normally do. I've never left work in that cabinet, only if I was there, right? Only if I was there would it be something there, and it wouldn't be nothing more than a zip. Because I didn't have a lot of people coming through there. I would only leave that right there because I would, if I was at the crib, I would have somebody meet me like at the gas station, or I would have somebody meet me somewhere around there. Meet me at goddamn it gas station. Meet me at Family Dollar. Meet me at, you know what I'm saying, somewhere with the little plaza over there. Meet me at Doubt Speedway or somewhere. That's what I would do. You understand what I'm saying? So I would never have nobody come to the crib, but I just have somebody meet me close around, and I just would keep like a zip in that cabinet, keep my little scale right there and baggies and all that shit. So when I am at the crib, if somebody hit me, I could just be like, "Oh, I'm off here. Yeah, okay, you can meet me here, or you can meet me there." You feel what I'm saying? So didn't do that this time, y'all. I didn't do that. I left that shit right there in the cabinet, all of it too. You feel me? So as me and Court walking out, we get in the car, right? I'm getting in my car, Court getting in his car, right? And as we getting in the car, I'm talking about, man, I'm talking about, goddamn it, I'm talking about police came from everywhere, man. It was like a scene from off of goddamn it, you know what I'm saying, goddamn it, In Too Deep. It was like watching goddamn it, The Wire, some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? The police, they just swarmed from every goddamn where, everywhere. You hear me? I'm talking about they came from everywhere, surrounded us. They pull up on Court. You know what I'm saying? Court got the pig. He got the strap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got nothing on me. You know what I'm saying? Except for some money. Not a whole bunch of money, but just for some money. I think I had like a couple $100 on me, man. So we just about to go out get some drinks and shit. I don't be carrying a whole bunch. Even then, I didn't carry a whole bunch of cash on me if I wasn't about to spend it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if we just going to the bar, I probably got like probably had at the most probably $1,000 in my pocket, if that. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? Police swooped down on us. And I'm gonna get to this at another time too. This is probably something we talk about next Saturday. You feel me? The police who pulled up on us was a special officer, or he thought he was special. Remember American Gangster when Denzel Washington character Frank Lucas was like, that's the wrong one. They think they special. You hear me? That's what this dude, his name was Agent Vasse. Vasse. I wonder what's up with old Vasse, what he up to. Anyway, this was, I guess, the detective agent guy assigned to me. I don't know what this guy thought. Somehow somebody was talking to this guy. And this would be something else I could get into too. Somebody who I was close to was talking to this guy, giving this guy information because he just knew a lot about me. And I'm like, well, I'm not really like doing it all big like that. I'm not doing nothing that nobody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Not doing. You hear me? So I don't understand why you got a certain interest in me. But, and I'm going to get to this a little bit later, I'm going to tell y'all why I think Vasse had this interest in me, which is leading up to not nothing going on now, but which is, you know what I'm saying, leading up to where and why I do what I do now. Right? Big influence on, or should I say, it's a big influence on why I do what I do now. You hear me? Got my brother C Note, my brother Court, my brother Rain, man, in the building. What's good with you, man? Oh, he stepped off the scene real quick. My brother Court about to, he just probably just went to go grab something to drink or something real quick.
What up? What up? What up?
Okay, so we got my brother Court in the building. Rain, man, what's good with you, bro, man?
Nothing much, man. Just touching back down to the crib and running around, having to take care of stuff with the vending machines and stuff, man. Stop by Adrian's crib for a quick second. Okay, what's good with you, man? I see you. You know, we going back down the lane, man.
We're taking a stroll down memory lane, man. Hey, listen, Court.
We talk about October 2009.
Yeah, hey, look, Court. They I've been getting hella emails from my subscribers, man, and they've been talking about they've been wanting me to go in on, because you know what I'm saying, I'll be talking on my brother Red platform, and I'll be bringing it up every now and again over here. You know, so people be always be hitting me emails like, man, Virg, man, we want to hear some of them stories about when you was in the joint. You know, saying about when you used to be in the streets and stuff, man. You know, me, Corbin, I don't really even like my life I'm living now is so opposite. Our lives are so opposite of what we used to be doing.
Hell
You know what I'm saying? Back in them days, man, you know what I'm talking about? It's just crazy. Now, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say, but I understand, you know, for entertainment factor, but also, you know what I'm saying, put somebody up on some game on, you know what I'm saying, on how moving out here in these streets, no matter how slick you may think you is, man. So eventually, especially when you out here playing for real, man, you're gonna have to pay your damn taxes. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say pay your taxes, I mean you're gonna have to go probably eventually see them walls, something behind them walls, man. OG, what it do, man? You know what I'm talking about? So we got my brother Court in the building. You know what I'm talking about? This is not only is this my brother, I've been knowing this guy 20 plus years, 25 some odd years since we was young boys, about 13, 14. You know what I'm talking about? It also is my Cody on my recent case that I just did 6.5 years on, right? And you know what I'm talking about? You know, so I'm gonna play the song here in a second too. But I got a song on my album that's scrolling across the screen right there. Y'all go download that joint, right? I got a line referring to my brother right here. I said, I got flicks from Rain Man through the prison mail. That nigga one of the realest because he didn't tell. Right?
Real
Now,
shit.
that might sound cool and slick because it rhymes and, you know, some street shit, but on some real factual shit, this is my real life Code D on my case. He did not tell, and they was putting the pressure on him. Oh, they were putting the pressure on Court. My lawyer was letting me know the whole stuff. See, what they didn't know is that me and Court was incommunicado the whole time, not like super intense, but you know, talk to my sister, boo, and how we keep in contact like that. You understand what I'm saying? So you already know, man, Glitch, you already know. So now
what up, Glitch?
Now that night, Court, before we was heading out to Mrs. One, the reason you had to pig because we was about to go swear that pig, if I'm not correct, right?
So look, there's a couple things I want to
reiterate.
Yeah.
Go ahead, touch on it, Court.
So, all right, so it was a great day, like you said. Like it was a great day.
Hey, Court, how about this nigga Kill Bill keeps stealing down lighters and shit. I got to run up here and get a lighter from the damn stove, man. Matter of fact, I'm about to just run out to my car. Go grab my lighter from my car, so I gotta keep running upstairs and shit.
Oh yeah.
You just go ahead and chop it up with Court real quick, y'all. I'll be right back in about. Just give me a few ticks. I'll be right back. Go ahead, chop it up with him, Court.
Yeah, yes sir. But yeah, man. That nigga, my nigga Virg was you know what I'm saying, tapped in. You know, we was doing our thing. Everybody was, you know, having a great day, man. We was kicking it. Me and Virg, you know,
that day, you hear me?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's been my dog. Like we don't even do business. We just that's my nigga. Like we out getting money just on our own, regardless, doing whatever, hanging out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, unfortunately, we just ended up getting into a situation that night, and unfortunately, my brother ended up going away behind that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, unfortunately, everything, you know, but you know, it had to happen in order for everything to come full circle. So you know what I mean? Like it's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? In the long run, it was all supposed to happen. Everything was written, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, before we get too deep into it, I'm gonna wait for my brother to get back.
I'm right here right now. I literally just
my nigga back in the building. But yeah, man, you know, like so what I was gonna say is before then you so we was riding around. So you know, my nigga, you know, you know the homie that I used to fuck with that had remember he had the club up off of 161.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's where we went first. Before everything, because that's how I ended up with the, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, I remember now.
It's fucking with the homie, you know. Shout out to my nigga. You know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So remember, we was there first, kicking it. So that's how I ended up with those.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then we was going on about our day as normal. Right. And then so we met up with Rick, but remember we pulled up to the gas station and we felt like it was hot. And we didn't. Right. We actually ended up going back to your crib and he just followed us. And when we got to, because it was actually in the paperwork. And shout out to my nigga, because I'm glad that nothing happened. He didn't get jammed up. He had nephews and them with him, but they seemed to car everything, but they didn't want to compromise their position according to the discovery, because they didn't want to. They had been in position waiting for a minute for you to come home, but we just didn't know that.
Okay. It's all coming back to me now, man.
Yeah, and so Rick came in and he did what he needed.
This is why I wanted to have Court come on, because I know he was going to be feeling some hoes, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, bro. Because listen, I remember this night vividly. You know?
Yeah. Now go ahead, Court.
And he ended up coming in for what he needed to come in for, and he left. And that was
right. He did.
And then me, like you said, I'm at the table rolling up, kicking it. We about to figure out what we're about to do for the night. We got in separate cars because I actually was like, I'm gonna go to the crib, because I actually had to work in the morning. So I actually was instead of going to Mitch's, I was about to go to the crib. And I think you was about to still go to Mitch's though.
Okay, right.
And we both got in our cars. Mm-hmm. And then soon as we got in the motherfucking cars,
I'm talking about that.
They jumped out on us from all angles. Like I had AR-15s pointed at me on both sides of my whip. Like,
you had the helicopter out there too?
Yeah, they had everything. They was literally waiting.
The chopper out there.
Bro, they had been waiting out there for hours, bro. I guess they just was waiting. They didn't know when you was coming home. They was like, but when this boy come home, and them motherfuckers was on it. And then they went through the crib and they put us back in separate different cars. And and them motherfuckers was, you know what I mean? And then shout out to my nigga Stacks for being a real nigga too, man.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and tell him about that real shit, man.
My nigga kept it a band though, because see, he knew what he was facing. Bro knew what they was going to find when they go in that house. Yeah. So I think my nigga just being a real nigga was like, well, shit, Corey got a little bit of weed in the car. I mean, even though it wasn't a little bit, it was a lot. Right. But he was like, considering what I'm facing, man, that shit all mine, man. Right. And mind you, I don't even know he's saying this because I'm in a different cop car. Right. And the cops come over to me like, man, your buddy cool, man. He said, you got a good friend, man. The cop told me that. He was like, you got a good friend, because he trying to take everything in this car. But he said, the thing is, we know what he do, and we know this ain't his thing. You know what I mean?
That's
we know they say we know what he do, and this is yours. And I was like, lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, I got my strap, but my strap is legal, but not obviously you can't have a gun with, shit like that in the car. So exactly. They take niggas down, you know what I mean? Then me and Virgil end up getting processed, and then we end up getting put in the same room for a minute. He told me like, yeah, bro, I was trying to take the shit. He was like, but shit, they wouldn't even let me. Like, they were just on you, like this and that. And I was like, yeah, he told me, like, nigga, there was some. I appreciate that, nigga. That's some real nigga shit, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you ain't have to tack that on top of what you did, even considering how big or how much of a difference it was. You know what I mean? But again, him being a real nigga. So of course, when they was pressing me out, of course, I'm definitely not saying anything, because I mean, y'all niggas, I ain't got nothing to say. I don't know nothing. That's my friend. You know what I mean?
Go ahead and talk to him real quick. I'm about to go open the door real quick.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I'm just like, hey, I don't know what y'all talking about, and then they try to make it a big deal. They try to tie me into his case and all that, you know what I mean? Loop me in, try to say I was selling drugs and selling dope and shit like that, because I had but all I had was weed. They never, that wasn't my lane. So they were just trying to tie me in because bro had that. So they was looking at us like we some kind of unit or team or something. So, they I had to fight for that for a while to get that separated. We was co-defendants for a minute, and then eventually my lawyer got that shit separated. I had my own case with what I had in my car, and he had his own case. And so, we separated from there. But, it was a wild time, man. That changed my life a lot at the time, because, even though I was doing my thing, I ain't never got caught with anything. So that was my first time catching like a big case like that, and catching, I ended up getting a felony behind that, unfortunately. So, that was a big part of my life. But, by the grace of God, I did what I was supposed to, and I got that expunged, and that's no more. So, you know what I'm saying? So that don't even, That's not even a part of me no more. And I'm just blessed to be able to have that behind me and be in a good spot now where we doing big things now, man. We doing businesses and we opening up and setting up platforms for people and podcasts and shows and media companies. And, so it's just a blessing and be able to just kind of, just I lead by example, man. We all lead by example in our own ways. And we want to be good role models for people that look up to us, and we want to be good influences to our peers and people around us. So,
yeah, man,
it's a proof that the story don't stop. We just keep evolving, man. We,
right.
as human do. That's what we do. We evolve, we adapt, we go through the good, the bad. We come out who we come out as, stronger than ever. So, but yeah, man, real shit for sure.
Yeah, so when it comes to the story, man, you know what I'm saying? I just want to reiterate that it ain't even like, I'm just saying, man, I'm just like, I'm like, man, my nigga Court, you know what I'm saying? He what I'm saying? I know he working at the time. He gotta be at work in the morning, you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, man, just anything I could do. I'm just like, man, that just is in me right there. Like, so I'm just like, man, go ahead. Cause I like my man said, I know when they go in this crib. Now, mind you, my daughter and my
Hold
daughter.
on real quick, too. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead, Court. Now, mind you, my daughter and my daughter's mother is in the crib at the time, man. So they up in the room sleep. And so they bring her outside, bring the baby outside and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And made them sit outside while they was checking the crib. They went in the crib. They got my gun. Man, lucky I only got 6.5 years, you hear me? They got the gun. I have my jewelry, some of my jewelry, right? They got my jewelry. They found my jewelry. You hear me? The cops with some thieves. They done stole some of my stuff, some of my well, now that I found out it really wasn't the police, and I'm sitting here thinking about it, I was thinking about it wasn't the police, right? I ain't gonna talk about that right now. Now I just really remember, like, damn, that's what really happened to my shit, not the police. But the police fucked my crib up. You hear me? When I finally got out of jail, I came back to the crib. I said, damn, that girl ain't even cleaned that shit up though. Like really, I was in here for like 7 to 10 days, and you didn't clean. You just left it like this, like. I said, you just left it like this though, like really, you just left it like that. But you know what I'm saying? They came in the crib. They got my jewelry. They found my gun. I had a 357. My brother, rest in the essence, K-Roll. My brother K-Roll gave me this gun. This fucking 357. Bull nose. We used to call that motherfucker the bull whip. Funny story with that motherfucker. But we can't tell it though, right? Shout out to my nigga Toe Touch, man. You know what I'm saying? But they found that. They found my jewelry. They found one of my chains, the little Jesus piece I had just bought. They got that. They got fucking some earrings. They got hell of my glasses. They got a couple of my watches. They got that work. They didn't get the money, though. Remember I told y'all to put my money in my daughter's TV? I did 10 J's in the county jail. When I got out of jail finally, they didn't touch that TV. You hear me? So this is why I say when I was in the joint and when I was in jail the whole time, I was sorry at myself because I was like, damn, I normally put this shit in the TV, but I didn't do that this time. See, had I put that work in the TV, the police would have came in there. The only thing they would have got was the gun, and they would have just got the gun. You feel me? Which I probably would have still got back for that too, though, because I am a felon, and that's just weapons under disability in the state of Ohio. You hear me? Probably would have ended up going to the joint behind that, baby. But, maybe not for as long as I did with that work, though. But like I said, even though I got 6.5 years, y'all might think that's a long time. But you got to think, though, with 2 prior convictions, getting caught with that much work, hard, not soft, and a fucking pistol. You hear me? Now, y'all got to remember around what time this was. This was 2009. Y'all homeboy Barack Obama was in office. They was really cracking down on the coke and the crack and all that stuff, man, that this is when they was cleared up the streets, and this is when the heroin first started getting sick. This is when the boys start coming into play. You did. Tap in, walk with us, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, man. Smash that like button, man. We telling, you know what I'm saying, hood stories, hood tales. You know what I'm saying? What was the name of the story? I said D-Boy Chronicles. Y'all like that? The D-Boy Chronicles. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, real talk though, man. This is, you know, this ain't all, this is all facts, man. You know what I'm talking? Y'all see my brother Court about to come back up. You know what I'm talking about? So they found all that stuff, and they also found my filing cabinet. See, now we're about to get to it. You hear me? I told you I've been doing my research for a long time. Now, even when I was in the streets, getting to the bag, selling dope, and we was rapping, doing shows, and all that crazy shit we was doing, I still was on my game, on my thing, doing my research. Now, mind you, this is 2009, right? It's 2023 now, right? And I already been about a couple years into doing this, getting into this stuff up until that point. Because mind you, I've been to the joint twice already, but before this point, all right? You know, I realize now everything that happened in my life is a synchronistic, you know what I'm talking about, series of events. You understand what I'm saying? And my brother Court back in the building, and you know what I mean? When they came in the crib, they found my filing cabinet. Right. Now I got my muscle discovery somewhere. I ain't able to pull that shit out. I don't know why I didn't pull it out, but I don't feel like looking for it now. Like I told y'all, it's public information. If y'all want, all I gotta do is just go look at the Franklin County Clerk of Courts and put my name in. And, you know what I'm talking about? They give you my fucking criminal, the quick case numbers, and you can go get all that shit. That shit is public information. There's nothing I could prevent from anybody from getting access to that information. It's free for anybody to go look at if they so want to. All right. But they found my filing cabinet. Now, I had a filing cabinet that I got from the Goodwill that I used to keep paperwork in. What was my paperwork? I used to have a big printer. Used to come to the Sprout. Remember I come to Sprout on Genesee? I had my computer set up, Court. I had my big dumbass printer I got from one of my dope things. Sold me this fucking big ass office printer and shit. It was a big ass printer. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I used to just print off documents and while I'll be sitting in the trap, busting stings, running through zips. 3, 4, 5 zips a day. You hear me? Sometimes more. I will be at the spot doing my goddamn research too. Am I telling the truth or am I lying, Court?
Nah, that's a fact. Hey, man, that's real shit.
Well, I'm just telling you, I've been on this thing for a long time now, right? You hear me? And, they got my filing cabinet. Now, when I look at my motion of discovery, when I get it when I'm in the county, I look and on the list of stuff they found I'm looking at my jewelry, the gun, they talk about the dope and everything they found. And they said they found a filing cabinet filled with extremist paperwork. Now, let me tell y'all some of the documents I had in there, because it didn't say specific. It just said like the whole filing extremist paperwork, man. And let me tell y'all some crazy, spooky stuff too, man. I'm going to talk about it when I'm telling y'all this story. You know what I'm saying? Extremist paperwork. I had copies of the fucking Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, declassified government documents. I'm talking about unredacted documents, Freedom of Information Act documents that you got to pay for. How y'all think I know a lot of stuff I know? Because I tell you I do my research, man. And if you want some information, you got to be willing to pay for it. Certain information, you got to get a FOI or a FOIA application filled out. You got to get a Freedom of Information Act on some information. You know, after got them in 9/11 and they had that Military Commissions Act, you know what I'm saying, around the time when they did the Patriot Act, they also released a lot of declassified documents, man. A lot of executive orders. Y'all aware what executive orders are? Unnatural Bastards. What's good, man? We got somebody. I ain't never seen you in the trap before, Unnatural Bastards. What's good with you, though? I like that name, man. That's kind of slick.
Oh yeah, what up, Cuzzo? I just see
we
Cousin
got
Cortez. I
Cortez
just
in the
not
building.
seen
What's
that.
good, my brother, whatever, man, in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so they said they found extremist paperwork, y'all. Now, mind you, I had declassified government documents. I had like documents like the Declaration of Independence, the Magna Carta, and I used to keep my stuff in my filing cabinet so I can know where my stuff is at, because I'm a intricate, technical, systematic, analytical ass nigga like that, man. All my shoes is lined up and all that shit. I keep my clothes is coordinated and all that stuff, man. That's just the Capricorn in me, I guess. You hear me? So they say they found the extremist paperwork. I just want to point that out. I want y'all to just keep that in mind as this story progresses, right? Now, so they go in the crib and they get all that stuff. They ain't take you to jail though, Corey, did they?
Not yet. They did. They took not jail. They
they took you to the police,
right.
To the headquarters.
They took me to the station.
Yeah,
and then they actually ended up bringing me home.
Right.
Which I couldn't believe. The nigga actually dropped me off in front of my fucking house.
Right. And I had told the nigga Vass, I was like, man, don't take him to jail, man. I was like, man, he really ain't got nothing worth going to jail. Like, if y'all caught him on the streets, like, y'all probably gave him a ticket and y'all want to take him to jail, man. Call him by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Yeah, that was
you ain't gotta do that. They ain't jack him up like that, man. You know
they was trying to hit me with that gun specification though, because in the state of Ohio, you can't have a pistol and a felonious amount of drugs at the same time. It's like a mandatory year, no matter what kind of background.
No matter what.
That shit was crazy, bro. They was really trying to stick me with that for about a good 6-7 months for the prosecutor finally tried to come with some. I'm like, nigga, I'm not doing no jail time. So I told my lawyer, like, don't come back and tell me no more offers. I have anything to do. He tried to come back one more time, like, yeah, what about 6 months? I said, listen to me, man. I'm not doing 6 days. No. I'm not doing no time behind this. I'm talking about that, right? We would go all the way to trial for this little ass case. Then I'm not fucking doing that shit. And that nigga finally said, fuck it. Don't give me this fucking probation, nigga.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, I got my nigga court fucked up. No, man. But yeah, though, man. So, niggas got booked. They took that court. Of course, they took me down Schminoke, and they had warrants for me and everything, man. You know what I'm talking about?
My nigga had a future already and everything.
I was man. This was crazy, man. I had a future. I was already out on bond for the future, and then I got hit with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that I got out like maybe 10 days later, right? Now the whole time I'm in here, though, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm already knowing like there was some spooky shit going on. But anyway, I ain't gonna even get into that. I talked to my daughter's mom, right? And I'm telling her, like, man, go look at that TV. I ain't even talk her on the phone, man. I told her come up there and visit me. You hear me? And I told her, like, man, look in that TV. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember hearing about this TV.
You hear me? Like I said, go look in that goddamn TV. You know what I'm talking about? And I had called her later on, and she was like, yeah, I was happy, but I was pissed. You hear me? Happy because I told you there was about 14 bands in that TV, man. You hear me? So I was happy they ain't get that. You feel me? But
that was
got that rap, man. And that's what tripped me. I actually got kind of lucky, to be honest with y'all, man.
Yeah. If you ain't taking the trial, bro, you would have got about 50. You had a record like that.
And this is crazy because I was in the county for a period of about 11 months after this, right? Which was cool because that got a year taken off my sentence. So, I had that jail time credit, but so it was cool, right? But the whole time I'm in there, man, you know what I'm saying? This dude, Vass, coming to visit me, man. The guy Vass coming to visit me, like, he was some joint liaison with the feds.
He was a dickhead, man.
He was a joint liaison with the FBI and the ATF. And for some reason, Vass just was on me. Like, and I used to tell him every time he come visit me, like, look, I'm just a regular nigga. Like, it's a lot more guys doing way better than me. Like, I'm not like no super kingpin or nothing like that. But remember when I told y'all about the extremist paperwork? Right. Vass was part of another task force, right? That had that was connected with anti-terrorism surveillance and reconnaissance, right? Can't remember the name of it. But shout out to my lawyer, Toki Clark, for finding this information out for me. Right now, she found this information out for me ASAP. Right, I didn't even ask her how she came apart. I'm imagining how she came about it was, you know what I'm saying? Because I told guys I got a lawyer, he must have got in contact with her or something like that. I don't know. But she have told me about that, and that's what I'm saying, because she told me to not pay my bond. My lawyer saved my life. Because I was really going to pay my bond. If I'd have paid my bond, y'all know what would have happened if I'd have paid my bond? They would have ceased them funds, and the feds was going to pick my shit up. That's what Toki told me. She said, man, do not pay that bond. So I say, shout out to Toki Clark, man. She's a hell of a lawyer in my city. And she's also my family, like we kind of too, because Toki is my nigga, is Nino's wife.
She's a black woman, right?
Yeah. Toki is Nino's wife's cousin.
Shout out to Nino, man.
Shout out to my nigga. Now tell them how Nino come on the show, man, because we got some stories for y'all's asses too, man.
AG gang.
Yeah, you already know we got some stories for our asses though. So you know what I'm talking about, man. In the county, you know what I'm talking about, and my lawyer just coming back, you know what I'm saying, giving me all type of information with my case, you know what I'm saying. There's a little bit more to it with this Vass dude. Now, mind you, I told y'all about, and Vass would be coming to me, asking me questions about that damn filing cabinet, right? And as I was in the county, man, I kind of find out that, you know, these people was just really on some shit with me, man. They was like thinking that I was on some old terrorism type of shit, right? Because Vass would come and visit me periodically and be like, man, and every time he would come and visit me, he would say something about, it would make it seem like he was trying to get me to tell them something about certain individuals that I just didn't, but he really was coming to ask me about other things I was into. As I told y'all, Vass was a part of an anti-terrorism unit through his liaisons with the FBI. Shout out to Toki for finding all this information out for me.
It needs a lot, man. Hey, these Columbus police. Wait, bro. When you get done, I'm gonna tell you about something that happened in my trial that was super shady, bro.
Right, we're gonna talk about it.
God, that shit was shady.
Because you know, I said my nigga Corey, this my nigga right here, but we call these, man. We might have to have that mixtape cover with y'all too, man. You'll talk about, man. But
it's only right.
Yeah, though, man. And I just remember that night. You know, and that's why I wanted Court to come on here, because I know he was gonna clear up some stuff that I couldn't remember. And you know what I'm saying? Just that whole day, this was a day just surrounded around. We were just getting money, you know, so it was a good day, you know what I'm talking about? And just for the end like that. But this is also at a point in time where shit was getting real hot in the city. The feds was on everybody.
It was too many niggas getting money in the city, to be honest.
The Brittany Hill niggas just got knocked. The homie, the homie Papa Joe, all the niggas got knocked. All them short niggas got knocked.
My nigga ain't doing them, man. But that shit was crazy, man.
And look, a lot of them niggas is out now.
Majority.
A lot of niggas who was all getting locked up like around that 2008, 2009, 2010 era, niggas is home now, man. And I ain't fucking with none of these niggas, man. My life is crime.
It's hard to, you don't know who to.
It's over with. You couldn't.
Yeah, them days is over with.
You hear me? But it was a beautiful evening, man. It was going to be, you know what I'm saying? I just remember, you know what I'm saying, talking to my daughter's mom on the phone, man. And she just was like, man, they tore their crib up. And then she said they just kept asking her, like, they know it's more stuff here. Some. She's like, I don't know nothing. Like, and I just was telling her, she don't know nothing. Like, that crib was in my name and everything. So I'm telling them, like, she don't know nothing. She stayed here with me.
I didn't even know your daughter was there that night. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My daughter and my daughter's mom was there that night, nigga. You hear me?
And she was super newborn at that time.
Yeah, that's why I said Jen was like maybe like not even 6 months yet, I don't think.
Damn.
Jen was a baby. Matter of fact, hold on, Mars.
She might have been like because I know my son was a little over a year.
She was like 6 months. She was like 6 months. That's right. She was like 6 months at that point. Damn near. You know what I'm saying? Because she was born on March 9th, 2009. Or should I say March 10th? So, you know what I'm saying? She was born March 10th, 2009. Matter of fact, she'll be 14 on March 10th this year.
Crazy, bro. We're getting old,
you know
man.
what I'm talking about? So, moral of the story is, y'all, right? Don't commit crimes, like I always tell y'all, man.
Oh yeah, I want to say something real quick before you get off this and we close that out.
No, go ahead, bro.
I want to say, my nigga Virgil though, man. Listen, man, this nigga was like a super, like he was like a super fucking smart ass. He was like the smartest trapping nigga you probably know, though. You know what I mean? Like when we was like early in school, though. You know what I mean? Like we know. Shit, we didn't even go to like an easy school. Like it was some,
Right.
you had to be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? And 90% of I'm almost certain that bro can tell you probably 90% of the people he hung out with didn't even graduate that he was getting money with. And my nigga not only continued to go through school while he was trapping, but was able to get like excel and do really good in school. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that that's when I knew like my nigga was different. Like, oh yeah, he can really, ain't too many people that can balance them two worlds at the same time at that age. You know what I mean? You know, my nigga was getting himself together at a young age and still staying in school when he didn't have to while still getting money, dealing with everything that come with that. So that says a lot to, you know what I mean? As y'all know, y'all been following him a long time on here at this point. Y'all know, y'all already can see how intelligent he is. And it just really goes to show you that if you smart enough to, you know, be out here making moves in the street, you know what I mean, making money, staying organized with how you move, you're the same person that could definitely, you know, put that to any other way and put that same energy to a business, running a business or running your own media company or whatever it may be. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, don't look at the part. Yeah, the fast money niggas was running around. Niggas had diamonds and all that type shit, nice clothes, cars, all that shit.
Don't see the thumbnail.
We popping bottles like every time we was in the motherfucking club for no reason, just doing dumb shit. But that shit don't mean nothing compared to where niggas is at now. You know what I mean? Right. Without having to do nothing illegal. So, you know, if you can learn and not go through that, and you'll get to the same point without having to go through the trials and tribulation, do that. Save yourself the time, the headache, the lawyer fees, the time away from your loved ones that you can't get back. You know what I'm saying? All that shit matters. So fuck the bullshit, man. There's so many other ways to get money out here. You know, we got to utilize, we got technology now, the shit that we didn't even have. You can Google anything, social media, like it ain't no excuse now if you're really looking for something, though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I just want to say, as far as how shady these fucking Columbus cops are, though, man. I just got to say this, though, man. One time, man, they let the motherfucking officer really go up in my case, man, and motherfucking lie under oath, man. I never seen no shit like this. It was so blatant. He went, you know, when I got my discovery pack, my lawyer was about to eat him up because he was like, oh, you know, they saying that your car didn't smell like weed. So they didn't have probable cause to search your car. The officer claims that the shit was in plain sight, but we got pictures of the shit under your seat. He was like, so it ain't plain sight. Right. So I'm like, well, then what we about to do? He said, we about to go for it. You know, he's like, there could be grounds to get your whole thing thrown out. I'm like, oh, well, shit, let's do it. So and so after, like, he goes up on the stand, the cop testified, you know, says he doesn't smell weed. He just seen it, this and that. Once that my lawyer brought that shit to the attention of the judge the next day, they let this man come right back on the stand, the same cop. He went right back up on the stand and he said, oh, I was mistaken. I could smell weed. That's why. Because they knew the plain sight was about to throw it out. Right. Because they didn't see it in plain sight. Right. I didn't have it just laying out. Right. So they literally went and let him go make another statement under oath. I never seen that. I thought that's the whole point of being under oath. Right. So this man literally, they wasn't letting that case get thrown out. I wish I remember the name of the officer. It's in my paperwork though. If I really wanted to go through it, that shit at my mom's house. But I'll tell you this right now though, man. The way that judge worked to let that man go up there and change his stand, and my lawyer, and then they tried to play my lawyer when he tried to object to it. I was like, oh, okay, they trying to really railroad niggas, man. Luckily, I just had a good lawyer. I mean, ain't no telling they could have probably found a way to really send me to jail behind this little shit. So that shit was really stupid, bro. But I can only imagine if he did that on my case, I can only imagine the countless cases he's done that on.
Right.
And that's just one officer.
Right.
So it's just like, yeah, I get it. If you do the crime, do the time, and if you wrong, you wrong, and there's no doubt about that. But when they pushing the envelope to just force you to be in the wrong or something, that's just like, and they just go unaccounted for. They go unaccounted for because they're police officers. So
you can't break the law in the process of trying to enforce the law. You know what I'm talking about?
Literally, that's why OJ won. Everybody be talking about OJ. Really, nah. The police fucked up the OJ case. Them niggas got overzealous and they overcharged him and they put too much. They tried to make sure that he went away.
They
planted evidence to make sure he went away when they already didn't even need to do that.
They overcooked the pudding, man.
And he had Johnny Cochran, one of the best lawyers ever, ate that shit up. He ate them niggas up.
Johnny Cochran was alpha Phi Alpha.
I know. I know. He's boule and everything. I already know.
Well, y'all better know it, man.
That nigga, hey. And that's probably another reason.
Y'all better know it, man.
That's probably another reason I got OJ off.
Yeah, that's it. OJ was boule himself. He was Omega Psi Phi. Or he is Omega Psi Phi. My fault. I kept saying OJ's still alive.
OJ flourished and still back.
You feel me? So, and I can tell, listen here, y'all. The policing system in its entirety is corrupt. Now, I don't want y'all to focus on the cops individually, although there are individual cops who are very, very crooked, criminal,
very crooked,
motherfuckers. You hear me? But I want y'all to know that in its entirety, the whole structure, the system is very demonic. The Fraternal Order of Police runs and controls all major, especially policing agencies in this country. I think it's around 14,000 of them. And the FOP is over all of them, including the police in your city. Or under the jurisdiction of the Fraternal Order of Police. All right. I want y'all to know that. And, bad cops, so to speak, they are allowed to come onto the force. Matter of fact, they want them to. They want basically psychopaths as cops. They're easy to control. All right. And it can be used for, mind effing psyops, like we've been seeing. Right? Because, of course, we know that the overwhelming mass majority of cops are pretty decent people. Just like us, they're doing their job. They want to go home and do their job and go home. They really don't, for every time I've come into contact with messed up cops, which is only in my case, every other time cops have always been very cool. Even at times when I got caught with pistols and dope and everything. Cops was never got my ass kicked by the cops or was in fear of that happening to me or anything. You know what I'm saying? And I've been caught with numerous amounts of drugs and guns, man. So you would think with my record, they would come upon me if I was hostile. You hear me? Now y'all think about that, right? Think about what I just said, man. Think about what's happening and stuff I'll be talking about, smart grid and all that. Yeah. Minority report type shit. So, what I'm saying, man, it's just a good thing to have my brother Court come on here and chop this up, though, because,
man, I'm glad I came on, man.
He's my code D. He was involved, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And as a result, you know what I'm saying? He had his own personal situation that he had to go through, you know what I'm saying? Because they tried to railroad my nigga.
They was trying to tie us in. I don't know if you was on the camera when I was saying that they was really trying to force me as co-defendant, to the point where they was trying to say you was in the Short North Posse, which you wasn't.
Yeah, like what are y'all? Huh? Like
And then
where
they
did that
tried to
come
hit.
from?
They talking about, yeah, you know, this is you can get a gang charge, and you're with a known drug dealer. That's what they told me at my sentencing. After I'd already worked shit out with the fucking prosecutor and had already the judge still felt the need to tell me in front of everybody in the courthouse that was in there that day, like, hey. First, he started asking me all questions about the whole night all over. I'm like, why are we going through this? I already know this. We supposed to be just getting you. I'm supposed to already know my deal. Sentence me. He started talking about all this other shit again. They started talking about you lying to me. Like you trying to play me like I was born last night. He said, you think I believe that you had over 2 pounds of weed and you wasn't selling it? And you're hanging with a known drug dealer from the Short North Posse?
Not from the Short North.
He was, he said, come on now. He said, now you think I was that stupid? He said, but you know what? I'm gonna give you a chance to prove me wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on probation. He said, I'm not gonna send you to jail this time. He said, but if you don't do everything on the grounds of this probation, you are going to jail. He said, but show me you're not a drug dealer. Show me that. I said, this motherfucker. Then he added on an extra year of my probation that I didn't agree to with the prosecutor. He gave me a whole extra year, and then he gave me another like 100 hours of stupid ass community service on top of the shit I already had. And he raised my fine. I said, oh, this nigga basically resentenced me in front of. I was like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my PO too. Shout out to my PO for still letting me off early anyway. While he was trying to play me, even though I did drop dirty 2 straight times. But my PO did know I was blown. I told him it was gonna take a minute to get out. I mean, I ain't smoked. I did, but I didn't tell him that. But I did, but I didn't. But I let it get out. But anyway, that's a whole other story. The point of the matter is, niggas is shady to stay out the system. It's not worth it.
Yes, man.
You don't want these niggas chasing you. You don't want these niggas to have a number on you, a tag on you. That record follow you like the plague. I was just blessed to get my shit expunged, but that shit held me back from multiple opportunities that I could have had early on. Like some of the licenses and stuff I'm just now getting. I would have been getting some of these licenses, but you can't be federally, you can't get a state license with any kind of felony. So
yeah, I'm telling you right now, I got multiple felonies. It wouldn't be even no point for me getting anything expunged because I still got multiple other felonies.
You would have to get everything expunged.
You know, and according to my knowledge, that's not something that I think we can do.
Not because you the pistol, so they can but that's how I go though. Fuck it though. But my nigga's resilient though. We set up our own opportunities to go around that. You know what I mean?
Glitch, you was already gone at that time, Glitch?
I think so.
No, he said this shit happened. He said it happened. He left a year prior to that.
Yeah, I think he was out. Or damn. This is crazy, bro. Cause my son was 1 year old when it happened.
I remember, man. This was 2009, man, October.
I was going through it, my baby mom. I remember
that shit, man.
We was about to break up. It was a lot. Like I was salty, bro. That was a wild time in life, bro. Like,
Glitch said he left 2008. Yeah. Okay, so Glitch, I remember now. Yeah, I remember when you left now, bro.
That makes sense because he was here for that Scully show when we all did the shit. We were talking about the Obama signs and he wasn't elected yet, but he was on his way. That's when Glitch was there.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Hell of a year.
I've been fucking flying, bro. Damn.
Time be flying. Look, we talking about 2008, 2009, 2010 shit. Nigga, it's 2023.
Nigga.
You know what I'm talking about?
I got a youngin' that's in high school. That shit still blow me away. Like,
my baby be in high school next year. That's crazy. It's crazy.
That's
time flies, man. So you know what I'm saying? The moral of the story, man. SBC, solution-based content, man. Stay y'all asses out the damn streets, man. And if you gonna be in the streets, and I'm just saying, and this ain't about promoting or
right, but we know in reality, people are gonna go to the streets. We know
gonna be in the streets. So if y'all gonna be out there in the streets, man, and listen here, I can put y'all up on a lot of game. I can tell y'all a lot of stuff, man, but I don't want to make, you know what I'm saying, but just know how to move proper. You know what I'm saying? Because shout out to the homie Sinful to P. Even if you're going to be out there in the streets doing wrong, man, you still the proper way. You got to carry yourself in, proper, certain structure and order. You got to have myself that, you know what I'm saying, prolong, you know what I'm saying, your life of criminality so that you can somehow, if possible, be able to graduate from that before you come in contact with situations like what me and Court went through, and then end up going further on what I had to do. Goddamn, it was 6.5 years in the goddamn who's gal. You hear me, man?
Right.
And
be like my nigga Kiss said, I ain't got no felonies. I'm good with crimes. You know what I mean? Even though
man, I know that sounds cocky and arrogant, man, but you know,
you gotta move that way. Even though you can still get jammed up, even when you don't make no mistakes. But
Uncle Dick, he said, "Don't do crime, kids."
Fact. Shout out to Uncle
Dick.
Do
not commit crimes, man.
Do not
live a straightforward life.
I know it's attractive. It looked good, man. But like a moth,
and it was good. Hey, listen, man. Huh?
My nigga Virgil's up, man. A lot of niggas don't know that Virgil's up like he was, though.
It was good. Trust me, it was very good. It was very good. You hear
niggas out here throwing racks on Jesus pieces.
It was very good.
Diamond earrings that matched the medallion.
Let me see if I can find something for y'all real quick, man.
The flooded Jesus.
Let me see if I can find something for y'all real quick.
I think I seen that picture on your thing earlier on the promotion.
Yeah, that's what I used. I used a thumbnail for that.
That was the classic, man. And nigga, man, y'all understand how I used to go in Mitch's, man. I heard bro bring up Mitch's earlier too, man. Mitch's used to be a motherfucking. You couldn't even be it. Don't even go out there. You wouldn't get no money, man. Niggas was popping rosé like it was motherfucking Coronas, bro.
Yeah, this was a beautiful time.
We was up there. We used to have that motherfucking lined up. The bar be lined up with bottles.
What you know about this, Court?
Oh, you know how I feel about this song, bro.
You know about me, man. Smith the Fresh.
Shout out to my nigga Young, man.
You know I love this shit.
And we styling on niggas. As far as this dressing, we thousand dollars on niggas. Bottles of rose.
We supposed to be there that night too, man.
Y'all doing it real big.
We supposed to be there that night, man.
I know. I want to be on this song.
Y'all doing it real small. Let's doing it real big. You want to be G'd up?
Shout out MC, man.
You'll never get fresh like me and take a light year. You see the clear gum bottoms on my Nike ears? You know the kicks fresh, navy blue and baby blue. Go up to the bartender, rose, maybe two. Ain't no telling where my niggas is copping, but you know it's the guap boys with the bottles. Get money, pop bottles, that's the theme of the team model. You niggas mad, you still drinking on that green bottle. White Star, y'all money ain't like ours. When your bitch see us up in a club, we like stars. So play the ball, you can't come in and mingle. Your cash is like crab, only cut like shit. And we styling on niggas. As far as this dressing, we $1,000 on niggas. Bottles of rose, it's something we been did. I'm doing it real small, we doing it real big. Styling on niggas. We been doing this shit, man. We bottles of rose, it's something we been did. I'm doing it real small, we doing it real big. Niggas know when you out boys is the same because we fresh to death. No mental illness, just stalling.
Classic throwback.
I was in my Dino Green Global jeans. We hit the ball.
I don't know about that Dino Green Global either.
The Triple G?
In the middle of the drop, we get coachy. I run with guys who run through pies and get.
Look at my niggas too. Shout out my niggas too, man. I see Meech in the background.
I'm doing the wicked gang. Wild boys, we got the city on fire. Known for having dope spots, but things took more hits than Mark McGuire. You know I drop 5 racks on the Franco. 7 carats in the Haitian beat, so my neck go twinkle. We drop big chips like Planko. The price is right, the coat is white, the rappers see through. You niggas can't do what we do. I'm trying to pull up in the whip on 26s with the paint job see blue. And we styling on niggas. As far as this dressing, we $1,000 on niggas. Bottles I gotta say copyright because it's hard shit. You're doing it real small, we doing it real big. Right.
I gotta say that shit, man.
As far as this dressing, we $1,000 on niggas. Bottles of rose is something we been did. I'm doing it real small, we doing it real big. Look. fresh to death is something that I gotta be. It's no more Kinkos, niggas starting to copy me. A few rats around, plus I got a lot of cheese. Dime tags and rose is something my niggas pop with ease. If you ain't ballin', stop acting like you got it, please. Always getting mad when the cash in your pocket leaves. It started out with hundreds, but now we profit G's. Next is all mills. Fuck what y'all feel. Rock boys, we getting money like an ATM. Hopped out an old school vehicle to a gray BM. Any crib is a banging spot in the week. You can tell by the swag that niggas got it for cheap. You not in the streets, keep it real. Go ahead and tell me how you really get lame and you don't really eat for real. This is the season for styling on niggas. I love haters, that's the reason I'm smiling on niggas, cause I'm styling on niggas. As far as this dressing, we $1,000 on niggas. Bottles of rosé is something we been did. I'm doing it real small, we doing it real big. Styling on niggas.
You know what I'm talking about?
As far as this dressing, we $1,000 on niggas. Bottles of rosé is something we been did. I'm doing it real small, we doing it real big.
big.
Yeah, you and I see Quack Boys. We can't stop.
My nigga Stu, my nigga Young, my nigga Meech. 5 racks on that Franco. 7 carats in the Hazel piece on my neck, though, Franco. Yeah.
That Franco went crazy. I'm sorry I wasn't in that video, man.
Yeah. Hey man, rest of the essence to my nigga Mooch, man. Mooch Million.
Oh yeah, shout out to Mooch, Streets Illustrated.
Rest of the essence to my nigga Mooch, man.
Streets
You hear me?
Illustrated.
He shot this video. He's the boss of that Streets Illustrated DVD right there. You hear me? That's my nigga Kiko on the cover right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, shout out my nigga Kiko, man. Shout out my nigga Rick Lane, too,
Kiko, man. Hey man, rest in the essence. To my nigga Mooch, man, Moochie Millions. To my rest in the essence, to my brother Mooch, man. It's crazy, man. I've been home.
Yeah,
all my peoples who done unfortunately lost their lives, man. Since I've been home, my nigga Mooch, man. My Mooch and my brother, man. It's probably one of the two of the toughest for real, man. My nigga Mooch, man. I'm telling you. This is my dude. I mean, Moose is about to do some beautiful things, man. You hear me, man? Mm-hmm. Crazy, man. My nigga Moose got killed, man. For real, man. I still be thinking about that shit to this day, Corey. You hear me, man? Because me and Moose is about to really do some real big shit, man.
Nah, man. He really was on, he was ahead of his time with that Streets Illustrated. Right. That was the Columbus Smack DVD. A lot of niggas don't know that, though.
Yeah, it was, man. Rest of the essence to my nigga Moose. My nigga Uncle Diggity did the laughing and the fire button.
hey, my nigga throwback stats.
What was so funny, Uncle Diggity, man? You know, that was circa 2009 right there, man. You know what I'm talking about? That was 2009. That was 14 years ago. 13, 14 years ago. No, this just seems like a blur. It just seems like a blur. You know what I mean? It just seems like a blur. How about you, Court?
Oh, bro. Nigga, it's a fucking blur for real, bro.
Oh, nigga, Glenn said Court had the Haze on deck. L had the ill connect back in 07. I was ready to get that.
I remember that bar. I remember that bar.
You know what I'm talking about?
And that's all. Everything in there is facts. Everything
that's triple. That's double facts right there because it's a bar from one of my niggas songs, and that's actual facts, man.
And Rob was mainly getting that.
He said he thought this nigga Glit. Hey, Uncle Diggy, funny as hell. He said I thought you was bro from Jagged Edge at first.
Oh shit.
Oh,
hell nah.
Yeah, man. That was back in 2009, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a younger mustache. You know what I'm talking about, man? We was having beautiful times back then. There's a whole lot of things going on. You feel me? You know, man. But,
good times, man.
Good times, man. May the good times roll. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas still wearing that Mitchell and Ness bullshit. We gotta step it up to that Stalin Dane, man. Y'all niggas Dane, man. Y'all niggas was still wearing that.
Hold on, man. That Mitchell was fire too, though, man. Hold on.
That Mitchell and Ness was all right, but man, when that Stalin Dean started coming out with them fruity covers of them Negro leagues that niggas ain't never heard of, man.
Hey, that Negro shit was classic.
That was shutting shit down. You know what I'm talking about, man?
Shout out to
that was some super throwback right there. That's still on YouTube too. Matter of fact, y'all, you know what I'm talking about? That's on YouTube to this day. You know what I'm talking about?
Put the link in the
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. You know, I'm already about to be on it right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can sit up there. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, brother, man, I'm glad I got a chance to come on and chop it with you, man. I gotta skate and run back out to the H loss here in a second. So I'm about to get everything organized. We gotta do another show out there soon, man.
Oh, you already know, man. Let me know. Just, you know what I'm saying, whenever it's feasible, you know what I'm saying? We can do it.
You know it.
You know what I'm talking about?
My nigga, my nerve, man. Love you, bro. I'm out, man.
Oh, I love you too, my nigga. You already know.
All right, family.
All right, bro. Go ahead and just drop your cell phone out, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, there y'all go right there, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Shout out to my brother Court, man, shooting through. You know what I'm saying? On the old school, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'll tell you, man, I got stories for days, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now, you know what I'm saying? Next Saturday, you feel me? Right? I'm gonna tell y'all the story. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, I ain't gonna keep it. I'm gonna make it fresh. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I got so much. I got so much I can tell. You know what I'm talking about? What y'all want to know? How about y'all do that? How about y'all let me know right now what y'all want to hear about, man? You know, I got stories for days, man. You know what I'm saying? I could just come out with something though, but if it was something specific y'all wanted me to speak on or touch on or talk about, you know what I'm saying, I could do that as well too. You know what I mean? So many memories, you know what I'm talking about? So many times, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Damn, man, when I be sitting thinking about shit, man, you feel me? I be like, man, I done had some experiences, man. You understand me, man? But yeah, though, man, and I could, especially as far as being in a joint, you know what I'm saying, I could definitely got some stories for y'all on that. So now that I done sit up there and told y'all the story the night I got bagged, because mind you, I'm telling y'all this story because this is the night that I got bagged. This is why I say next week I'm gonna get to this part of the story too, because I gotta get to this part of the story because at this point, like I told y'all, I had got out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This was the catalyst night right here that led to me end up the last time I got booked a little bit after this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't you know what I mean? I didn't get back out. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna go download that joint right there, man. Go copy and paste that joint. Go check that out, man. It's an old video, man, from fucking years ago, man. You feel me? But you know what I'm talking about? Next week, I'm gonna tell y'all the story of what transpired after this when I got out. You know what I'm saying? And not too long after that, I got right back again. Let's see, that was what? October. That was October 2009. And I got locked right back up in January of 2010. We're going to tell that story next week of what happened that night. When I see it was crazy that night when I got back too. You hear me? It was crazy that night I got back. You know what I'm saying? January 28th, 2010 is when I got back. Now, mind you, this night right here, this was October, I want to say October 9th, 2009 is when me and Court got booked that night. And I got out like 10 days later. You know what I'm talking about? And then I didn't get booked again until January 28th, 2010. And I'll tell y'all that story because it's a story to that. It's a whole situation and demonstration to that. You know what I'm saying? So tap in next Saturday. We're going to talk about that, man. The D-Boy Chronicles with your boy Stacks with the Facts. D-Boy and the Prison Chronicles, you know what I'm saying? The Joint Chronicles, you know what I'm saying? Behind the Wall Chronicles, you know what I'm talking about? Who's Gal Chronicles, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all keep hearing me say Who's Gal. So which one of y'all know what a Who's Gal is? You know what a Who's Gal is? You know what I'm talking about? Y'all keep hearing me say Who's Gal. That's why I got that from my country boy, my country family. You know what I'm talking about? They be having all them pigs and chickens up in the hoos gal, especially the pigs. You know what I'm talking about? You put the pigs in the hoos gal. You know what I'm talking about? That's a little fence, little locked in area. So they just call it the hoos gal. You know what I'm saying? Gal is a name for pig or swine. You know what I'm saying? You did. So you learn something every time you tap in with me, man. You know what I'm saying? You did. And you don't want to end up in that who's gal, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? That's not somewhere you want to be. You did. So if you're gonna be out here in the streets, man, I'm telling you, man, you want to move real strategically. You want to move real smart. You know what I'm saying? You want to real move incognito. You know what I'm talking about? Real you know what I'm saying? Real out of the way, like, you know what I mean? You don't want to be too flashy. All that shit you see in the video with all the jewelry elements, don't do that. And I'm not telling you how to commit crimes. I'm just saying if you want to gonna be out there doing it, you know what I'm saying, you might not want to just do certain things. Like you might not want to get a lot of jewelry. You know, you want to be out and about. Save your money. Invest it like I should have been doing. And I absolutely was not. You hear me? I absolutely was not investing anything. You know, one of my huge regrets, because it a lot of money. When my man said, goddamn it, shot us. He said, man, me did the best life in America. He said, me made lots of money. And then even, you know what I mean? And that's why I say you could be a young, dumb dude as a grown man doing stupid stuff and don't realize what you're doing and just making mistakes and stuff. So, you know, we can get into all of that too next week, but you know what I'm saying? But the next week, I got to tell y'all the other end of the story after this, because this, you know what I'm saying, leads into, you know what I'm saying, me going to the joint, and you know what I'm saying, and being in that for like 6.5 years, and you know what I'm talking about, and goddamn it, you know, the various experiences in that, you know what I'm saying, and I got hella stories, you know what I'm saying, hella stories, so we're gonna get into it, man. So y'all tap in, walk with me, man, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, I see you like to hear this type of stuff, man, and it's all good. I understand why, but you know, so I also understand that, you know, saying it's a lesson to be learned and there's some game to be got from listening to these stories, man. Because you know, so like I say, y'all young brothers who may possibly potentially be thinking about a life of crime or presently, you know, saying currently involved in some criminality, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here moving crazy. And it's, you know what I mean? There's a lot of crazy stuff going on here. Like you couldn't pay me to be out here moving around in any type of illegal form in the streets, selling dope, running around, doing all the crap. No. Not now. No. I couldn't even imagine it. I wouldn't dare. I would go work 2-3 different jobs if I had to before I did that. And I tell you something out there, because I'm telling you right now, if I wanted to, I could just go get right back to doing what I was doing. It would be nothing but a phone call away from me. I know at least 3 people I can call. No, 4 people I can call right now and be like, man, what's up, man? And you feel me? Then no question. You hear me? And, you know, to have access to certain things like that and not, you know, how to will to not, and the you know, discipline to not do that no matter what the situation is, man. You know what I'm saying? That shows a testament to the type of guy you is, though, because most dudes be so pressed for money or, you know, want to try to keep up with the Joneses and stuff. Like, cause you see a lot of these older guys who still want to be out here in the streets, man, like that young boy still. Like that's something to be doing at 40 plus years old. No. You hear me? No. You dig? You know what I'm talking about, y'all, man? You don't want to be that guy, man. You don't want to be the guy that's still on the block, in the trap, you know what I'm saying, out at the bar every night, hitting stings or whatever you doing, man, running around, catching cases and shit, getting pulled over by the police and shit, getting caught with work on you. Or, you know, now y'all here messing with that Fayo now, and y'all here, man, you know what I'm saying, they it's a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't, the climate and the temperature that it is right now with this, with the streets, with the dope game in the streets and all that, I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare. You hear me? Because you niggas is rat bastards. You hear me? Yeah. You niggas is rat bastards. And I'm cool. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even put myself in the situation to where anybody could possibly tell me about anything. You know? And it just ain't worth it at the end of the day. And I hate to say this, man. Let me come up for this. I'm just keeping 100 with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. It ain't worth it. At one point in time, it was worth it. Let me be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was worth the risk. Because if you move a certain way, you'll be good. See, and what I discovered is, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, put y'all little niggas up on some game too, if y'all gonna be out here in the streets too. And this is not me advocating, trying to make you know. I'm just saying, giving you some wisdom on how to move in life in general, in all areas of life, whether it be legality, carnality, illegality, you know, whatever it is you doing, whether you in the pimp game, the hustle game, the macking game, the whatever game, you know what I'm talking about, you in the square game, or educated lane, but whatever any various identities that y'all want to use game. You hear me? We just gonna call it the game of life. You hear me? If you gonna be out here moving around, man, you hear me? Move by your goddamn self. Now, I know that's simple, right? But and one of my big homies used to always tell me this: only person can tell on you when you only deal with you and mainly you is you, right? Because 9 times out of 10, man, if you're doing the service, whatever, however you do at your situation, man, you know, you pretty much can, you dealing with the same people. And then you'll get the discernment, the character to be able to decipher if, you know, if it's something that you did on your negligence or if it's somebody you dealing with that got, and, you know, they brought some heat on you. You know what I'm talking about? But at the end of the day, man, if you just watch how you move, you're going to be good, man. For real, for real. Most of these cops is involved with this shit anyway. Especially if they're part of some special joint liaison task force with the FBI, the ATF, the CIA, the DEA, now the Department of Homeland Security. All right. So, you know what I mean? And oh yeah, back to the filing cabinet. All right. You know what I'm saying? This dude Vass, man, I wonder what's up with Vass, man. This dude Vass used to come visit me, man, and be asking me questions about just things that I was researching and stuff. And I used to always ask him, like, man, why is you coming up here asking me about that stuff? Like, I don't know if he thought I was stupid or something like that, but just let me know that I was being watched. And it just so happened that I was a guy who was in the streets too. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, my lawyer used to come up there and be let me know stuff, man, concerning these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Just say that you know, everything happened for a reason. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? And because I got some other stories I can tell y'all too concerning this guy Vass, and the reason why I say it was some fluky stuff going on, because it's a story leading up to this that I gotta tell. So, you know what I'm saying? To this event right here, right? How did this? Because this is how they got the I didn't even tell the story about what happened before then, right? But since Court was there with me, I can tell you that. But matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I gotta take it back to this situation right here, which happened in 2008 or the summer of 2009, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, this happened the summer of 2009 or spring of 2009. So I'm gonna tell y'all this story next week versus the story of what happened before I went to the joint. I'm gonna go back a little bit further and tell y'all what happened that led up to the story I told y'all tonight. You hear me? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tell y'all the story about what happened that led up tonight. You know what I'm saying? To tonight's story about what happened when me and Court got back. It's a series of events that happened, right? And I got to go back a little bit. So now that I told y'all the situation when me and Court got bad, I got to go back and tell y'all what led up to the police hitting me in court at my crib that night. You feel me? Which goes back to earlier in 2009 and to like April, end of March, beginning of April 2009. You know what I'm talking about? And we're going to get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? The D-Boy Chronicles, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? I appreciate y'all tapping in, walking with me, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Y'all like these type of stories, and you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, like, I ain't got no problem with sharing, you know what I'm saying, stuff like this about my life with y'all, man, because, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? My life's an open book, man. I say anything y'all want to find out about my criminal past or history, it is public, free at that. So you ain't got to pay no money. This free accessible information. I got 3 different penitentiary numbers, so that means I have 3 different motions of discovery. Well, I got, you know, more than 3 motions of discovery because I got multiple cases though. But as far as like when it comes to the cases I got convicted for, that's 3 motions of discovery. Anything you want to know about my case or my drug case and gun cases, you can find out. It's nothing. It's real simple. It's just as easy as I was out there getting money, getting caught with drugs. You feel me? SWAT raids and all that shit, man. It's just, you know, getting caught with drugs and money. Because I was in the streets getting drugs, selling drugs and getting money. So that's what most of my cases is. And the guns just come from, you know, just having the guns from being selling drugs. And I don't have no violent charges. I don't have no charges of using guns or shooting nobody or no felonious assaults or none of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if I had went to like say if I'd have got a federal case like they was trying to, you know, basically entice me to do with the damn you know what I'm saying, trying to put all them damn charges on me and shit, scaring me into trying to post bond and shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I say shout out to my lawyer, man. She's a beast, man. She's a beast, man. And that's trying to intimidate a brother and all that stuff, man. So the feds could go ahead and try to pay that bond. Bond was like 80,000 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I'd have paid that shit, man. They the motherfucker. No matter of fact, my bond was 100,000. So I mean, I had to pay 10 bands to get out. And Toki was just telling me like, she like, if you would have paid 10,000, man, she was. I remember she came. She said, I strongly suggest you do not pay that bond. Yeah, shout out to Toki, man. Kind of visit me and put me up on so much game about my case, man. You hear me? Shout out to Toki. I'm talking about so much game concerning my case. He was like, man, do not pay that bond. Do not try to bond out. She remember you tell me specifically out of mouth. She said, if you bond out, I can guarantee you if it's pick your case up. I would not do it. I wouldn't take that chance. And I wasn't willing to take that chance. I took my counsel's counsel. And lo and behold, I didn't pay the bond and I just stayed in jail and whatever. And I ended up just, getting the state charge, man. You know, because Lord knows what it would have been if I'd have got that Fed case with the mandatory minimum sentencing laws. Just based off of my criminal history alone, boy, you hear me? I'd have got like somewhere between 3 and 5 for just having to getting caught with the gun flat out. Minimum 3. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the tier system they had on the drugs in the Fed system at that time, man. The mandatory minimum sentence laws, man, listen. And that stuff is all based off of your state history too. Let's just say I'm glad that I slid through the cracks on that one. And I know a lot of y'all might be thinking like, 6.5 years. You're like, damn, that's like, yeah, it is though, but it ain't nothing in comparison to what possibly, potentially could have been. You don't know. Maybe y'all never would have heard of me. Yeah, maybe I still would be in a goddamn hoops gown right now, man, looking silly as hell. Man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all say you hear Uncle Diggity say mandatory Mando 5. So, that'd have been a Mando 5 off top with my criminal history, being a 2-time priorly convicted state offender. You hear me? Mando. So I'd have been doing at least 5. Not to mention getting caught Ooh-wee. With down there 4 ounces of hot, son. Damn. In 2010? Sheesh. Man, listen. And there was a lot of good things going on at that time, too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was performing a lot, opening up for niggas, famous niggas, doing shit, doing shows. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, we was all big. And L and Court and all of us, we was performing a lot too. So it's like I was like, our lightweight was on some in the same situation the nigga Jeezy was in when he first came in for real. I never thought about it like that, man. Cause I was fucking with my niggas who I got the styling video with, and these is my niggas who I was getting money with too. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I was getting money with Court, and two it was all just, and you know, it's a beautiful thing until it wasn't no more, man. You know, all things must come to an end. You know, but one thing I can't say though, man, you hear me? Those was beautiful times, man. You know, definitely styling on niggas. You hear me? As far as this dressing with Thousand Allen on niggas. You hear me? My nigga Stu came up with that hook, man. You know what I'm talking about? He said, "I thought you was bro from Jagged Edge." This nigga silly as hell, man. But yeah, tonight we got my brother Bird. Hold on, let me go here real quick, man. Let me go real quick. Like, you know what I'm talking about? These girls is crazy, man. You know what I'm talking about? I be trying to tell y'all, man, y'all get y'all ass in that goddamn gym. I don't give a damn what your excuse is, man. I don't want to hear it. Get your ass up and get in that goddamn gym, man. You hear me? Get y'all's ass up and get in that goddamn gym, man. You hear me? 2023. I'm a strong advocate of my brother Jack. Shout out to Jack, man. Listen, a lot of bras be talking shit, right? And not to even get in it, I just want to say this though, because this is just an interesting aspect that, you know what I mean? I just be thinking about stuff like this too. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see what this looks like on the screen. Let me see what this looks like on the screen, man. All right. My nigga Bird right here, man. You know what I'm talking about? He got his show tonight. That's I'm about to go to his show here in about another hour. After I get done chopping it up with y'all, man, my brother Bird, he was supposed to come on the show last Saturday, but due to technical difficulties, man, you know what I'm saying? My man Kill Bill, man, I don't know what happened to him, man. He banged out. He was buttered like breakfast toast. He was supposed to go scoop Bird up and bring it through, but he never did. So, you know, we have to postpone the situation. But, you know what I mean? He was talking about doing a little impromptu, like after party type show. I was like, nah. I was like, nah, brother, we ain't gonna do that. You know, so we're gonna wait till next week. You dig? We're gonna wait till next week. You know, since we can talk about the show and the success of the show. And I'm gonna go ahead and show my love and support for the brethren, and I'm gonna go to the show. You know, so I already got my ticket, and we're gonna go kick it. You dig? You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing this dude, Bird, for a long ass time. I've been knowing this nigga since like 2002. You hear me? Actually, we met when we was in the county. When I was in the county, when I was going to go before I did my first bet. When I was still a young boy, this is 2003. You know what I mean? This is 2003, man. I was only like 21. You feel me? I was a young guy. I was a young mustache. You hear me? That's why I be telling y'all young niggas, man, don't do a life of crime, man. That shit, shit is corny, B. You know what I'm saying? My brother Bird got a show tonight, man. Dolo show. What y'all know, it ain't too many guys I know who's doing Dolo shows by themselves, you know what I'm saying, as a up and coming, pretty novice, if you would. You know what I'm talking about? And my nigga Bird would have no problem with me saying that. I wouldn't feel no type of way. It's a pretty prestigious thing to be headlining your own basically comedy special type situation tonight. We're gonna go check my homie Bird out, man. You know what I'm talking about? Show the love and support. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna have him on the show next Saturday. You did? Next Saturday evening. You feel me? I'll fuck around and do the you know what I'm saying, Dope Boy Chronicles story early in the afternoon, and then do the you know what I'm saying, the podcast with Bird later on that night. You know, next week is gonna be fire, man. Next week is gonna be fire. Tomorrow is gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? My pops assured me that y'all are going to love tomorrow's show, man. For Spiritual Root Sunday, my pops assured me that y'all gonna love the show tomorrow, man. He said it's going to be powerful. Did y'all love last Sunday's teaching? Me last Sunday was powerful. You know what I'm saying? Last Sunday's Spiritual Roots was powerful. You hear me? It was powerful, man. Oh no, y'all. Hey, we got interesting shows next week. You feel me? Interesting shows. Monday is going to be beautiful, man. We're going to be discussing the thing that happened up here in Ohio in my region, man, with that train derailment. And Monday's show is titled, "Is the derailment in East Palestine, Ohio being used to bring in the My ID? Real ID." I spoke on this briefly on Friday night, last night. I spoke on this briefly on the wrap up. And I'm going to go into it more in depth on Monday. We're going to get to it. How many of y'all ever heard of a company called Verichip? Huh? If I'm not mistaken, Verichip is based in Ohio, but don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that, y'all. Don't quote me on that, man. You hear me? Don't quote me on that, y'all. Okay, hold on. Okay, now they based out of Florida. All right. Go do some research into this company, Verichip, because they're involved in what's going on in East Palestine with this My ID, Real ID situation, man. Oh, we're gonna get to it on Monday, man. You hear me, man? It's crazy, man. What a mighty web these people weave, man. But when you have the sight to see and you have a very critical thinking mind and analytical and process elimination and all of that, deductive reasoning and all of that, man, you know, you can pretty much decipher this stuff, man. You feel me? And it's kind of plain in your face. Probably like, you ain't no need to decipher anything. It's kind of right in your face a little bit right now. But that's where that cognitive dissonance comes in. You know, when you're faced with a reality that you don't want to accept, man. Although it's right in the face, straight up in my face, straight up to my face, right? Oh man, I'm trying to find a song I want to play for y'all, man. I'm gonna play a song I want to play for y'all, man. Some old school, not necessarily old school, just really old to me, but it probably be just brand new for y'all. You know what I'm talking about? But we got tracks for days. You hear me? No, I don't want to listen to that. Yeah, we got so many hits, y'all could just literally be scrolling in my phone. You know what I'm talking about? You know, Jump Out Boys, man. I'm telling you, man, they got my filing cabinet, y'all, man. You know what I'm talking about? They got all my paperwork in there, try to make your boy out to be a terrorist, man. You know what I'm saying? And the guy Vass was really pushing my case to be moved to a federal district court, man, because they were trying to say that I was on some old you know what I'm saying, terrorism. That's I was on some old terrorism type stuff due to the extremist paperwork I was having. And this boy Vass he was going in. He was trying to connect me on some stuff like I was a terrorist and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to make me out to be a terrorist and stuff. And he didn't know that I was aware of this. Right? I told her this guy should come see me, come visit me. And I always think to myself, like, is he allowed to? Like, the way he coming and visit me, it's kind of like it don't seem like something's right about it. I don't know, maybe I was tripping. You feel me? But I never knew a detective specifically in that type of scenario would just constantly come and, you know, interact with, you know, the so-called, I guess, inmate prisoner, you know, like that. Like, asking me questions and stuff about my research and not asking me anything about drugs or anything like that, but ask me about stuff I was looking into concerning paperwork they were looking at in my filing cabinet and stuff like that. I just remember conversations me and this guy Vass used to have, man. I'm like, I don't know who the hell he was or if he's still at the department or what's going on with him, man. But when I did my research into this guy Vass, he was also in the Navy where he trained as a SEAL. Right? Well, he washed out. But he still remained on as well, I think it was the term was a liaison trainee or whatever this title was. You know, so he basically was like a conduit for them to operate in the capacities when they don't want the big wigs over there. You know, saying the military to know what they doing, man. Black ops, so to speak. You hear me? You know, covert stuff on the Contra side, on the commando side. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about, man? I was like, oh, you came to visit me. I'm like, but you trying to pay me out to be a terrorist or something, man? You know? And this is when I knew that, you know, it was deeper than rap with me because the way I was moving, like I heard Chris say, the way I was moving, I wasn't moving sloppily, but even the people I was moving around with, maybe some of them have been moving sloppily, but up until this point, it wasn't having no effect on me. You feel me? Because I stayed out of the way and I started to separate myself from niggas. That's why I say, if you're going to be out here in the streets, roll dolo from state to state. You know, that way, if any fortunate situation where the police get involved, you ain't going to end up in that who's guy. If you do, it's going to be behind you, not behind what somebody bastard ass and told on you. Right? You know what I'm talking about? So it's only right that I gotta play this song for these niggas, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. You niggas, man. Hit that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page and all that shit social media on the way out, man. Listen, man. You know, more Dope Boy Chronicles coming, man, next Saturday. You know what I'm talking about? We might be going next Saturday afternoon. You feel me? But the D-Boy Chronicles is definitely that's just how funny as hell, man. I remember the D-Boy Chronicles, man. Right? Yeah, man. I got stories for days, man. I'm gonna get to the story that led up to So that's tonight's story anyway, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. You know, I appreciate it. I'm going to tell y'all how the show go with Bird, man. He going to kill it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make a little video for my homie, you know what I'm talking about. We're going to go in right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Manners, blessings, respect to everybody in the black. Shout out to all the, you know what I'm saying, all everybody, all the mods and all of that. Uncle Diggity, you know what I'm talking about. Glitch the Guarantee. You know what I'm saying? This is a real live bar right here, too. Just let y'all know, but it's the fact, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? 07 on their asses, man. Y'all niggas don't know. 07 was a beautiful year. It was a beautiful year. It was a beautiful time. If I do recall, I must say so myself. It was truly beautiful. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, though, man, we got stories for days and we gonna get to it. You know what I'm talking about? Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, smash that like button, man. Share on your social engineering. You know what I'm talking about? God damn it. Share on your social engineering, man. Tap in when we going in tomorrow at 7 p.m. because y'all know I gotta go to goddamn work tomorrow, man. We're going in 7 p.m. Spiritual Roots Sundays with me and my pops. We're going to be discussing the spiritual roots. Ooh, hold on, let me pull it up on the script name for y'all real quick. Let me pull it up on the screen for y'all real quick. I think this thumbnail was dope too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the thumbnail, man. I think that's dope. You know? Yeah, they want to their house believing that shit, man. That's disrespectful as hell, man. Nah, but yeah, that's what we'll be discussing tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man, a lot of y'all out here being on some disrespectful stuff, man, for real, for real. Y'all being real disrespectful, man. You know what I'm talking about? But this is what we're going to be discussing tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about? The spiritual roots of the 12 disciples of Yeshua. You dig? We're going in. You hear me? Yeah, man, we're going in, man. Right? Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all know how we do it over here, man. Tap in, walk with us, man. Enjoy your evening. Thank y'all for tapping in with me, man. We got more stories coming for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Bird, man. I'm about to go check my brother out, man. See what this show tone back. You hear me? It's all on up from here on out, man. Tap in, walk with us, man.
What up, Stacks? I got my man Mr. Guarantee on the track with me. Mr. Guarantee. Yeah. And we bringing this message to you fake woke niggas. Gotta wake these niggas up, man. All y'all out there spreading the lies and falling victim to this propaganda. Niggas believe in it. Glitch. Let's talk to these niggas. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake 'em up, time to wake 'em up. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake 'em up, time to wake 'em up. I gotta set the alarm, wake you up from the slumber. Wake 'em up, Floyd and Harry, fake woke niggas, y'all doesn't drop jewels, but people don't pay any attention. We immediately be the wake 'em up henchmen. A lot of times these woke niggas be really sleep. Shit, the price on a nigga's life is extra chill. Only the real from my niggas. We all only we made a living eating these rappers, nigga. Bon appetit. Pause. Me and my brethren be down for the cause. We gotta come together.
and tear down all these walls. And illusory fault lines like racism and bring light to the woke, just like a Baptist.
The congregation spoke. These niggas ain't who they claim to be. A bunch of Peter pop off. Niggas really be lame to me. Anytime you at war, it's gonna be casualties. The more we come together, it's easy to beat the enemies.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So my damn surrounded like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up. Alarm clock to the woke. Time to wake them up. The main initiative should be to get your cake up. You wave riding niggas need life jackets to stay afloat. Meanwhile, I'm blowing on gas straight from the Ivory Coast.
And every post I be hitting y'all with them straight facts. The sad grid is now here. We gotta face that. While they coming with microchips and vaccinations, fake woke niggas perpetuating indoctrination.
Fuck this pandemic scam. This was a damn gimmick. Niggas will believe that they mom died if she still living. Open your eyes, nigga. You can see the lies, niggas. We gotta stop letting the blind lead the blind, nigga.
And that's the biggest fact, bitch. You better tell them niggas listen in the 2030. It's gonna be hell, niggas. Fuck AOC and her new Green Deal. I'm Neo in this bitch. You want they red pill.